Good morning and welcome again to my YouTube channel, The Stephen Williams Show. Today we want to talk about how to get out of debt by using a method that is called the debt snowball by Dave Ramsey. It starts by saying with all those payments going out each month, there's nothing left for you to save. And that is so true. From time to time, we have so much coming out of our pay that we have nothing to save. It's all payments at the end of the month. It says to get out of debt, you've got to change your habits. Earn extra income, live on rice and beans. You can be debt free, and this program will show you how. So you start by listing your debt in order from the smallest one to the largest one. And it says don't worry about the interest rate unless two of the debts have a similar payoff balance. So in other words, if you have two $5,000 debt, but one of them is 10% and one of them, both of them is 10%, then you don't worry about it. The next thing it says, unless two of the debts have a similar payoff balance, whichever interest rate is higher, that's the one, of course, you would logically seek to pay off first. Secondly, get your debt snowball rolling by paying as much as you can on the smallest balance. So only make payments, you make your minimum payments on your debts, but you target the small debt as the one to go after first. So you're not going to ignore the rest. So if you have 10 debt carrying, you still pay your minimum, and then you target the smaller one when you have listed your debt. And you put everything in the small one that you're trying to pay off first. When you knock it out, of course, you cross it off. And this will show you how close you are to becoming debt free. And this is also will get you fired up. Now, once you've paid off your debt, one of your debt, move on to the next debt on the list. And as the payments roll over, watch how fast your payments grow. You can be out of debt sooner than you think. Now, Dave Ramsey has 7 principles or 7 steps by which you can get out of debt and build wealth. So here we go. Baby step number 1. He says save $1,000 to start an emergency fund. In this step, the goal is to save $1,000 as fast as you can, because an emergency fund is for those unexpected life events. Without an emergency fund, people tend to go into debt to cover those surprise expenses. So sometimes your plumbing can go bad, as well as your car can break down. It can be anything. A child gets sick, you get sick, and you can't go to work. So at least you need to have something there. Let's move on. He suggests that you keep your emergency fund in a checking account separate from your regular account, because that way you won't dig a deeper hole while you're trying to work your way out of debt. But saving $1,000 fast won't be easy unless you created a budget. So that's the next thing. You need to create a budget, and a budget helps to direct where your your spending goes, and it helps to know where your income is coming from and the amount respectively. Baby step number 2, pay off debt using the debt snowball method. Let's discuss that. It says now that you are prepared to avoid future debt, it's finally time to get rid of your current debt. You start by listing everything you owe except your mortgage, of course. So all of your debt except your mortgage. This is called the debt snowball method, and you will use it to knock out your debt one by one. You'll order your debt by balance, small s's, as I've said before, to the large S. And don't worry about interest rate unless two debts have a similar payoff. Then you'll list the higher interest rate debt first. Attack the first balance on your list by paying as much as you can each month while making minimum payments on your other debt. When you've paid it off, add what you were paying on it to the payment on your next debt. So, in other words, when you have paid off one debt, you automatically will have some more money to pay towards the other debt. So you dump everything on the other one, and that helps you to stay motivated. Before you know it, you're debt free. It says millions of people have used Dave course, Financial Peace University, to be debt free. Step number 3, save 3 to 6 months of expenses for emergency. Now this is different from the $1,000 that you had for emergency. This step is all about building your full emergency fund, 3 to 6 months. And this makes a lot of sense by Dave Ramsey, because there are sometimes you can lose a job, you can get sick, something happens, you can be laid off, maybe you're not permanently working, and you are told that there is no work. So at least you have 6 months, 3 to 6 months payment in the bank that you can use for such occasion. After the momentum and intensity of baby step 2, it's easy for your energy to fizzle out before you complete your emergency fund. It says don't let that happen to you. In the same way your 1,000 starter emergency fund kept you going into debt over emergency expenses, your fully funded emergency savings will protect you against life's bigger expenses. I want to read that again. In the same way, your 1,000 starter emergency fund kept you from going into debt over emergency expenses. Okay. Your fully funded emergency savings will protect you against life's bigger surprises. Keep it in a separate checking account or money market account so you won't be tempted to touch it. So you keep it away from you. This 3 to 6 month money, put it to one side where it's hard for you to get to it, but you still have access. And remember, the easiest way to build up your emergency fund is by having a solid budget. Baby step number 4, invest 15% of your household income into Roth IRA and pre-tax retirement fund. The money you were using to attack debt can now help build your future. In baby step 4, it's time to get serious about retirement, no matter your age. Your goal is to invest 15% of your household income into pre-tax retirement. Start by investing enough in your company's 401k plan to receive the full employer match. Then invest the rest into Roth IRAs, or in Canada have it as RRSP, and we also have the tax-free TFSA, tax-free savings plan. One of your one for you and one for your spouse if you're married. If your company does not offer a retirement plan or match your contribution, then go straight to the Roth IRA, he suggests. He says spread the money across your types of mutual funds: growth, aggressive, growth, and income, and international. Even a couple $100 a month invested now can make you a multimillionaire over time. Before we go to this step, baby step number 5, I want to say though, I think Dave is very limited in terms of what he where to save and how to save. I believe that it would be also a good suggestion to start a home-based business, so you can write off some of your home expenses, some of your water, your light, your heating bills can be written off when you're incorporated, and so on. So you can start a small business. You never know, you can sell these things on Kijiji, Craigslist, eBay, Amazon. There's so many stuff you can buy and sell back, and you can also invest in real estate. If you have enough money to purchase a house and then you rent it out, and at the end of the day, if you're getting cash flow, it's a good way to go. But let's go back to Dave and hear what he has to say. Let's go here. So baby step number 5, save for your children's college fund. By this step, you've paid off all your debts, but the house and you've paid off all your debt except the house, and started your retirement saving. Now it's time to save for your children's college expenses. Saving now will put you ahead of the game when your teens graduate from high school. This is one method, but there are other methods that could be used. You can encourage kids to work during the summer, doing little chores here and there, working to, like in Canada, there's a lot of snow buildup. You can do that. In the summer, you can do some, part-time work and so on. So, like for me, I want to share an experience with you. I basically sent myself through college by selling books during the summertime, and I did so well that I was selected to go to a foreign country, the Bahamas, to continue to sell books, and that yielded a lot of fruits, because at the end of my 4 years getting my degree, I never owed 1 cent to the college. And you'd be surprised to know that there are people out there, close friend, family members, close friend of the family, who will also help, who are in a good financial position. I remember one of them came to my aid in my last semester. I needed some funds, and out of the blues, it's like the Lord laid it on their heart, and this guy called me up and offered to pay $10,000, and that was the exact amount I owed the college. So yeah, so you don't have to always think of student loan, my friends, because student loans tend to impoverish people, because when you've graduated with that degree, now you have to spend the next
5, 10 years just to target paying off your student loan. So if you can avoid the student loan, it's best for you. Less stress, less burden carrying with you. Okay, let's move on to which one was the next one. So the next step. Uh, what happened there now? I did not do that. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Where's my baby step? I've lost my babies. Let me. Right. Before you choose either option, which option are we talking about? It says two smart ways to save for your children's college are 529 college saving plans or EAS. Now I think that's for the United States, but I'm Canadian. Education savings account. But we have a similar thing in Canada where the government has a matching bonus for us when you or matching amount, I should say, when you're saving on a monthly basis. And I did mine through Primerica, but I think there are other places that you can just have an education fund that you're saving towards, and the government will match it. And it usually does very well. So start early. So it says these are both tax advantage savings options specifically for saving and paying for college expenses, similar to Roth IRAs for retirement. You can invest in mutual funds through these accounts. It says before you choose either option though, do your homework. Depending on your income and what state you live in, a 529 might be better than an ESA. All that's left then is to get started. Alright, so that's American based, but as I said, we're in Canada, so you would look for the similar stuff. Baby step number 6 is pay off your home early. Wow. And that's a big one because that's usually the biggest that most people carry. So the earlier you can get rid of your mortgage is the better for your life, your financial welfare and well-being. It says baby step 6 is the big one. There's only one more that's standing in the way of your debt freedom, your mortgage. Can you imagine your life with no house payment? Woo, that would be wonderful. Think of this part of your journey to debt freedom as a marathon. It says any extra money you can put towards your mortgage will help save you tens of thousands of dollars in monthly interest. If you currently have an ARM, I don't know what the hell that is, sorry, interest only, or even 30-year mortgage, consider refinancing to a 15-year. So they encourage people to, rather than a 30-year mortgage, to get into a 15-year mortgage. And this can be problematic for some people because when the money is not enough, what will happen? You will find yourself into cash flow difficulty. However, if you know you make enough, you can go into a 15-year mortgage because the longer you stretch out the mortgage is the less money you pay per month. The shorter the period of the mortgage is, the more you got to pay. So you've got to make sure you juggle your figures. So it says here, any extra money you can put, okay, I said that earlier. It says, or you can talk to a real estate professional recommended by Dave Ramsey, of course, to help you reach your goal. So yes, let's move on. And our final step is step number 7. Build wealth and give. You know what people with no debt and no payment can do? anything they want. Maybe step 7 is the last step and by far the most fun. Now you can truly live and give like no one else by building wealth, becoming insanely generous, and leaving an inheritance for future generations. And it's all because you had the discipline for a few years, and now that's leaving a legacy. So, having paid off all your debts, and you're working hard same way, and you're saving, you have reduced the amount of money that is going out of your check and your monthly payments. Now you can simply um, be generous, you build wealth, and by building wealth, you can invest in more real estate, you can invest in businesses, you can invest in good companies and stocks. And please do not consider this financial advice, it's financial education. I'm a former financial advisor, but I'm no longer doing that work. But I was educated in terms of financial advice. But yes, these are very good principles to live by. The only thing I didn't like about Dave Ramsey's 7 steps is that he only recommends these mutual funds and Roth IRAs. I personally I'm not big on mutual funds because I don't know if it's the wrong ones that the bank had recommended to me, but they never seem to grow. They seem to stuck one place, you know. But anyway, I try to diversify as much as possible, and I think that there are many other ways out there that you can research, like there are many things that we can do to build wealth rather than just investing in mutual funds. And Dave Ramsey, this is where we part company. He does not believe in buying, for instance, taking a loan to buy anything. But there are people who have borrowed and leveraged money. You borrow money. Some people use equity to buy other properties, and they, instead of buying a single home, they'll buy multi-unit, and you have, let's say it's a 20 unit. You have 20 checks coming in, and after expenses you have your cash flow, and that's not a bad use of debt. So debt is not bad. What makes debt bad for some people is because they go in it without calculating the cost, without knowing what the hell they're doing, and they take on more than they can manage. They have no reserve money just in case anything goes bad for a few months. So they just go around, borrow money, and live on the edge, and then something happens, bam, they're in big financial mess. So if you're using debt, like many people, like there's a guy Cardone, by the name of Cardone, he uses debt, and this guy is very rich today because what he does is buy multi-units to rent out, and he look around for deals in real estate, and he leverage that. He does a lot of borrowing. Hopefully the market won't crash, but even if the market crashes, so to speak, people will always need somewhere to rent. The only worst part, bad part of that is if your tenants lose their job. Now you're in big trouble. But the good thing about it, if one tenant lose their job, you can kick them out and find somebody to replace. So that's never usually hard, because today most people can't even find a down payment to buy a house, or some people are just not into buying houses again after 2008-2009 crash, so they'll rather rent. So the renters market is extremely good, I hear. There's always people out there who need somewhere to rent. So even if the real estate market have a correction, people always need shelter, so it's a very good thing to do. Anyway, I think I've said enough. I will leave it there. Um, it says your perseverance and good habits got you here, so keep setting goals and budgeting every month. Max out your 401k or max out your RRSP. Let me speak for Canadians, and Roth IRA, so you can continue to live and give like no one else, even in retirement. And now that you have reached your financial goals, help someone else get started on their own journey with this starters, whatever special he's offering. Okay, everyone, I hope that you all enjoy this. I hope that it's food for thought, and you can check out Dave Ramsey. Check out my channel from time to time. I give good educational content because I was a former financial advisor, and hope that you enjoy this presentation. Thank you very, very much for listening. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share it, like it, and most of all, leave a comment. Leave a comment on this program, and let me get a feedback of what you think of this program. Thank you again. God bless. Bye bye.